It's like
You want
HD.
us all in?
I know it's very high def.
HD shit.
If you want to huddle around, come hither, children.
It's like, yeah, I was half asleep. Fuck you guys. That is just crisp. I drink that on a hot summer day.
It's perfect when you're working in the garden.
Oh,
It's really hot.
Are these not new?
what kind are you?
I think they came out
Oh, I
like the
thought
end
you
of
needed
last
ketchup
summer.
one.
No.
Okay. I honestly hadn't even heard of them until the girl I work with got them like last weekend or like before. She's like, I think you'd like them. Hey everyone.
Welcome back to Forward Farming. New season, new intro.
Just talking about alcohol. It's fine. Well, that was weird. Yeah. Why don't you go first? Let's start.
Start it on over. Hey guys,
Welcome back to Forward Farming.
new season, same us with some friends.
Hashtag bless this mess.
If you are a visual person, you might want to tune into our YouTube channel for this episode because we have quite the Motley crew with us here tonight. So Becca and I are joined by, we have Tessa. Say hi, Tessa.
Hi.
Yeah, be louder than that for the people in the back.
Well, hi.
Thank you. We've got Brittany.
Hello.
We've got Annalise.
Hey.
And then off in the corner, we have Aaron.
Hi.
Camera shy, the only one with the YouTube. Makes sense.
So today we are all kind of here this weekend. We're getting together for a weekend little girls trip. We just we rented a barn dominium. Is that what you call it?
What you call it?
So we're kind of down by Madison area, and we're spending the weekend together and just drinking and bullshitting. So
And doing business.
and
things.
doing business. So
Writing it all off.
writing it all off.
IRS is
For
going
all
to be
your
happy.
write-off needs, Mary Favor.
Get in contact with Mary to find out
This
how
is
you
not
can
an
write
ad,
off. So yeah, we wanted to get together and just kind of talk about social media, and that's kind of what this whole episode is going to be about, is just our experiences, what our goals are for our platforms, and how we got started and why we're still going. So we've got a lot of good powerhouses here. So hopefully you guys can learn something along the way.
Indeed. Should we just start with everyone kind of like introducing themselves?
Yeah, we're gonna skip our highs and lows for this week.
Otherwise, it'll be like a 5-hour episode. 'Cause
yeah.
We haven't talked in
A
like
long time.
2 months.
2 months probably. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it this week, and it might be a 2-part season, a 2-part.
It might be a 2-part season.
It might
you
be a
never know.
2-part season with the way things are
2-part
going.
episode.
2-part episode, just so we don't bore you guys too much. So who would like to kind of kick it off for us? Don't all jump up. at
Erin's
once.
just, she looks
looks
ready.
excited.
She looks ready. Tell the people your name, birth date, social security number,
Let me just slide the microphone over
Address.
to you.
the usual,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I'll leave that to the stalkers
Yeah.
to hand out. I'm Erin Holbert, and I'm pretty much every social media platform at this point. So I just farm with my dad in Indiana and run my own store.
What do you farm in Indiana?
Just corn and soybeans.
Did you say that?
I don't think so. It's like the typical Corn Belt Midwest farm. If you have to fence it or feed it, you don't need it.
Oh, that's good. I've never heard that before.
I heard that a lot growing up.
What's your favorite season on the farm?
Definitely harvest. It's the most fun, it's perfect weather, and it's the easiest, usually busy season.
What do you do?
I run the auger cart. I can run the combine a little bit, but kind of just works out where everyone likes their role that we have.
How large is your farm? Like how many employees do you have? I don't want to ask like acres because I don't know if that's a sensitive subject, but
Yeah, I don't really share acres. We have my dad and then me and one full-time guy, and then, part-time seasonal help, 2 or 3 guys.
Has this been in your family for many generations, or is it kind of relatively new?
My family has always farmed, but this particular farm is my dad took it over. So first generation and also like just depends on which side of the family you go on.
How long have you been sharing your farming journey on social media? Where did you start? What did you start with?
Yeah, so I started with Twitter. So on Twitter, it's been probably 4 or 5 years, and then just slowly added Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Do you have a favorite platform?
Definitely Twitter for the ag information. And then I really enjoy Instagram just because you can be more creative with it.
But you're on YouTube quite a bit.
I am. I feel like YouTube is the easiest way to reach people who have no farming background. So it's really cool to be able to explain some of that stuff to them.
So since you're kind of the only one that has a YouTube, like how did you, because you have a pretty big following, subscriber count, whatever you want to call it. How did you get that? Like, what did you do? What tips would you give to someone just starting out new to YouTube channel?
I just kept posting 2 or 3 times a week. And I got lucky. I kind of had one that just started gaining traction and hit like the main YouTube page a month in. And after that, it just kind of blew up from there. It was kind of an exponential trajectory. So it's kind of leveled off a little bit, but just something in it, something about it, resonated with people.
And is there something that you enjoy posting more? Like, I know you do like a lot of recipes and a lot of farm stuff. Is there something that people kind of gravitate more towards?
I feel like people really like during like the busy season, planting and harvest. And I do the cooking videos because like that's what I enjoy. And so if I'm not getting enjoyment out of it, I'll just get burnt out and I won't do it. So it's kind of a good balance of things.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the same with anything. If you're not enjoying it, people are going to be able to tell, and it's not as
Exactly.
enjoyable.
What's the point at that point of doing it?
It shouldn't feel like a job, another job.
Right.
So.
And it's gotten to that point, and then you'll take like 2 or months off and then have to start over building that following again.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a store. Sorry.
No, it's just...
You've got your store too. When did you start that? And I guess why did you start it?
So I guess I started Heart of the Midwest 2.5 years ago. And I started it because the only ag shirts really available were livestock ag shirts, and there was nothing really for row crop farmers. So I feel like I was probably one of the first ones that was focused mainly on corn and soybeans. And I had the ideas for a while, and I finally just like bit the bullet and started it, not thinking it would like take off. But it did. So I started putting out more ag shirts. And then once COVID hit and I couldn't get shirts to be printed on that were the quality that I wanted, I went ahead and pivoted into the boutique side as well to keep that up until I could get those shirts printed again.
So where can people find your boutique at?
It will be in the bio of any of my social media profiles or at heartofthemidwestshop.com.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Annalise.
Hello.
Welcome back.
It's me. Did you miss me?
Third time's a charm.
Kind of feel like I've been here before.
Yes, you have. So welcome back.
Thanks.
Oh, you're not in the video.
Oh.
So what do you want to talk about?
Well, I guess all the same things you just asked Erin.
So your name, birth date, social security.
All my personal
Oh, yeah,
information.
I forgot a couple things.
Yeah, you did. You're gonna get back in here.
We're good on the next round.
Hello, I'm Annalise, also known as Modern Day Farm Chick or Mod Farm Chick. I'm a wife. I'm a dairy farmer. I'm a twin mom. I'm a skincare slinger.
You're just an
I-
all around
drinking.
Whiskey
badass.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you start your social media journey and why? Like what drove you to start doing all this?
I started, I don't even know how many years ago it's been, but I started because I always knew that sharing my story was important, but I was I was like, well, we got dairy carry. Like there's other people doing it. I don't need to. But from time to time, I would share with my maternal grandparents who are a little more removed from the egg industry. I would share different like stories, blogs, stuff other farmers were writing with them. And there was a particular blog post from Dairy Carry about animal abuse that my grandma thought was just spectacular. And she immediately began praising me, saying how well written it was. She thought I wrote it. She's like, this is so great.
Thanks, Grandma.
I corrected her. I was like, well, I didn't write this, but it kind of got me thinking like I could do this. You know, I could blog at least to keep my grandparents in the loop of what I was doing and where their food was coming from. So I just like started blogging, and initially I just had my blog. I was on Facebook. But then I soon was on Instagram, Snapchat for a while. I tried my hand at Twitter. It's not for me.
Mhm.
Leave
but-
that to Erin. She's a pro.
Yeah. So primarily just Instagram's my jam.
Did you mention your email?
Oh, and I've got my, I mean, that's important to talk
Yeah,
about, right? I
yeah.
have you can subscribe to my email list, and I send out a weekly email with my weekly meal plan, farm shenanigans, whatever else I'm into. It's always different. I hope it's fun. I hope people like it. I put time into it. So
Mhm.
we're not supposed to say that.
It's okay.
It's quiet.
We said the only rules today were to watch the F-bombs.
And they stared
Looked
straight at
right
me
at
when
her.
yeah.
That's okay. Sorry, YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Podcast, you're probably going to hear it too, because I'm going to forget to edit it out. But what how do you find time to do all this? Like, you have to be like a very organized person. Do you
I'm-
have a schedule? Like, are you just like, I have time right now, I'm just going to crank this out, I'm just gonna
Yeah, you and I have kind of chatted about this weekend, and I and yourself are the same.
Mhm.
We don't schedule things out. We don't necessarily make time. We kind of fly by the seat of our pants.
Yep.
I always kind of maybe go into the week with ideas of things I want to share or talk about, but really what I'm doing is just whatever's happening on the farm is what inspires me to talk about. And these past few weeks, it's been February, it's been depressing. We're ready for spring. I've been totally uninspired, and I think you can like kind of see that in my social media. It's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
feel
there's-
like that's a lot of people lately. Like there's just not as, I don't know, you're just like in the lull of winter and you're kind of
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
I am not.
over it.
Someday I hope to be one of those people that like batches content and they're like, oh yeah, you just pick one day a week and just hammer it all out. And I'm like, no, I get like
How?
5 minutes before I pick up my kids and I'll make a reel really quick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my idea of,
I will say I do have days where I have like batched a couple reels or like, and it feels good. It feels
I
powerful.
like think of the idea and then I just have to do it right away. Otherwise
Yep,
I'll forget
I
about
forget.
it.
Yeah.
Me
I should
too.
like write it down in my planner.
Yeah, I am the least organized person. If you couldn't tell from like our podcast, you can tell that we're not organized. Beck and I aren't.
No, okay. I won't try to defend ourselves.
No. But I did get a planner this year. I actually have two,
Ooh.
one for work and one for like not work.
Okay.
So like my one for work, I try to write down what we do every day or like what we're doing during the week. And then I'm trying to write down like the temperatures every day too. So then like next year I can look back and be like, oh, this week we were sanding like X, Y, and Z. Or like, oh, we were flooding on this day because it was this cold. We took the water off when it was, you know, like this temperature, you know,
That's
things
kinda
like that.
cool.
I
Just
think
trying
that's
to keep,
awesome
Like
years.
to look
Yeah.
back at. Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to keep like a daily log because, you know, like my dad knows all this stuff from the back of his hand, but I don't. So, you know, I'm
Start to
always
pick up
reminded.
trends or-
Yeah,
yeah.
like, you know, you never know how much time you have. So like what happens if my dad is gone? Like,
Mhm.
getting kind of deep here, but like I would have no idea what to do. And if I have this log, hopefully
Yeah.
I'll have some sort of guidance.
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been kind of helping me stay organized. But like what I really like about your emails, you plan your meals out, your dinners.
well, food is
every
very
week.
important to me. Food is
That-
very important to me.
And like you stick with it. How do you
That's
I-
my thing.
that-
I tried like having set meals, but then like the day comes and you're just like, or you like get stuck at work
Yeah.
and then you're like, I don't really feel like eating
I
anything.
don't feel like spending that much time
Mm.
making dinner. Why don't we just like go get something instead of having this stuff that I already have everything bought for and just push that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help. I don't live close to any
Mhm.
restaurants or fast food, so I don't have like that fallback, which helps. And like I said, I freaking love food and I love to cook. And that is like my favorite part of the day when like everybody's home and they're just like chilling, playing, and I get to be in the kitchen and cook and have my drink.
It's
And
the whiskey. That's
the
what
whiskey.
does it.
it sounds nice. It's not always pleasurable because I am the mother of 2 toddlers, but I don't know. I like each weekend I go get the groceries I need for my meal plan, and for the most part I stick to it. I do try to like make my meal plans flexible. Like I know which days are going to be tough, which days I need to like it's got to be a crock pot thing or an instant pot thing, or which days I have more time to focus on. And I also try to switch it up. So I'm like try to be healthy, you know. It's like sometimes it might be chicken and a vegetable, and then the next day it's pasta, and then the next day it's healthy again. And I don't know. Food is good, man.
So when I know you have to like feed calves more at night now. Is
Yeah.
that affecting how you're doing dinner, or do you just kind of like prep it before you feed
I
calves?
prep it before. So it's usually on the nights I have to feed calves, that's like sheet pan dinners, crock pot dinners, something Tom can just put in the oven or press a button on and not screw up.
Good job, Tom.
Yes, kudos to Tom.
We know he's an avid listener. So.
Yeah.
Even though we never got him his crown.
Ooh,
That's-
ooh, he
we-
probably forgot. Now you brought
Oh,
it up and he's
shoot.
gonna hear. Ooh,
Maybe just
Well,
write it off.
Write it.
Just buy one on your way home tomorrow. Tom's going
I'll
to
Venmo
buy
you.
Okay.
Let's see. I feel like I had another question for you. We might have to circle back.
Okay.
So get out of here.
Yep. You know what? He's empty.
Brittany, come on down. You are the next contestant. Oh, did you say what your handles are, Annalise? Where can people find you? Why am I yelling?
Modern day farm chick. This is so dumb. Modern day farm chick on Facebook, mod farm chick on Instagram. And then on Instagram is where you can like subscribe to my email list.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Rodan Fields. We'll go back to that.
That's all.
We'll talk about that with
all
you.
in there.
Brittany, hi.
Hello,
Welcome
hi.
to the podcast.
Well, thanks. I
You've
feel
never-
like I'm like starstruck.
You've never been on before.
No.
First
Yeah.
time,
Yeah,
first
no,
time caller,
I
long
kinda
time
gotta
listener.
pee.
Okay, at least you're honest. So we're gonna keep this short and sweet. So hi,
Hi.
tell the people who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Yeah. Well, I'm Brittany from Wisconsin, small town, just north of Green Bay. I used to work full time as a herdswoman on a couple farms.
First woman.
Yeah,
Woo!
calf manager. But due to daycare situations, I am now at home 90% of the time with my boys. I love it. Sometimes I hate it because it's been an adjustment. I've always
Mhm.
never pictured myself. I've pictured myself as a mother, but never as a stay.
Mhm.
I've been like, I do go crazy, but I feel like I'm transitioning a lot better than I thought. But
I think you're killing it.
Yeah.
thanks. But
Yes.
yeah, it's
Not
still we're going on a year now doing it, but I'm still like, can't believe I am doing it.
So let's talk about that because I feel like we've talked about it. So, but maybe like coming from your perspective, how did you handle going from, being so active in the farm to just all of a sudden, like kind of just cold turkey stopping almost?
Well, it
Like
was
what mentality?
That's why she has cats in her backyard.
Yeah. Like
I
what was
mean,
your
I still-
mentality through that whole process?
yeah, I have my therapy calves in the back. It actually did help because our second son was born in the end of January, and it was like the coldest week of January. So I was
Mhm.
kind of like, this is nice. This is nice. But then well, it was kind of a weird situation. Like I knew from like January through September, the plan was for me to be home because then my second son could join my oldest in daycare. but then our daycare had to just close, like Memorial Day weekend came and she just closed. And then that was when I was like, well, shit.
Good choice. Good choice of words.
Because then I'm like, it was like we were trying to figure out like, okay, let's find daycare. But then I was like, well, I don't really have a job
To
lined
pay
up.
for it.
Yeah.
And then it was like we look into centers and they tell you how much. I'm like, well, this job I would find, I'm probably gonna hate, and it's just gonna pay for daycare. It doesn't cover like gas to get to
Mhm.
and from.
And it's hard to get into daycare, especially
Yes.
with an infant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, too, they're like, well, we can take your toddler. I'm like, this still doesn't help me. It's almost would be
Yeah.
like, it was still gonna be like a full year again before. So it was like panic mode in the summer because it was just like, well, can we afford for me to be home? And I knew like I'm Rodan and Fields consultant as well. And it's like, it was like good business, but it's like, it's not, wasn't money nearly like what I was making full time, but at least it was something I could contribute to. So then I just started focusing more like, okay, the boys are my life kind of thing. This is my life now. And then, okay, I also need to focus better on Rodan and Fields and how, and like it's sales. So each month, 1 month you have a really good month, and the next month, like, well, this is gonna buy just our groceries. So, and my husband, I was surprised how well he transitioned to it because I would joke before, like, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom, like on days I was just like sick, because I used to drive 45 minutes to work, get with the boys or with Hank. And he's like, you can be a stay-at-home mom, but we're only eating bologna. And I'm like, no, but
Ramen, come on.
yeah. So, but no, he's adjusted well, and it helps. Like his job is he's got a very good job too. So yeah, it's weird when you think like graduating college, like this was never
Mhm.
the dream. And here I am, and I'm like, it's working for us. And I actually couldn't, I think about like going back full time, and it is nice, my days away from the boys, but then like now I get 2 days with them. So balance, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. You talked about Rodan and Fields.
Mhm.
How long have you been doing that? And like, just explain your situation, how it's going.
So yeah, I started it 2 years ago, and that's basically what brought me to like be more social media active, because like, or active on social media, because like I had Instagram, and I think like I downloaded it when I was like a sophomore in college because it had cool filters, and I like didn't understand it. And then because I joined with Annalise, so I'm just kind of like, what do I like? I want to do this, but like, what the hell do I do? And she's like, well, you're good on Facebook, like bring it to Instagram. So it was like, now I look back, like if memories pop up and like the archive, I'm like, oh my, like
Oh
not
my.
saying I'm a pro right now, but you should.
There's a lot of archived pictures. or
Yeah.
archived
Yeah.
pictures, like
Yeah.
the beginning when you got like 5 filters on it and then the big old border around
Yeah.
it. You're like, what
What
was I
was
doing?
Yes.
What is this?
Yes, it doesn't
You
even look
thought it
like a
looked so
human.
good.
Yeah.
It's not even a human anymore. But yeah, so and it's been like, this like sounds cliche kind of, but like Rodan and Fields is kind of life changing for me because it brought me to Instagram, and I wouldn't know, I'd only know Annalise, I wouldn't know like any of you, and I think that's helped me to transition to stay-at-home mom. It's like I have a new line of network, like I have my core friends, like true, but then it's like this is like an outlet to, like when you're having your down days, it's like I could reach out to someone other than my mom who's just gonna
Yeah.
like agree with anything I say, where it's like I could, Annalise or any of you guys, just be like, yeah, like that one day you and I are like, I don't know why we had kids, like this is just like, it's just nice to have an outlet with someone like kind of outside of your original circle. So I truly appreciate that.
And that gets you too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I was like, Jeff's like, how do you have friends you've never met? I'm just like, how do you not have friends? Cause yeah, it's like, it is weird. It's like I said, it's kind of like starstruck. So you're all real. Like look at you with legs, and this is how tall you are. Like, so yeah, yeah,
Isn't it
pretty much. So yeah.
Yeah, that was so funny when you asked like, how tall are you? Because you seem super tall.
Well, I just figured we were the same height. I don't know.
No, not
Nope,
even
we're a little
close.
off. I'm
Yeah, I
tall.
don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not. So that's always kind of fun to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, if people wanted to follow you, if they're looking for some good
Oh.
skincare, where can they
Yeah.
find you at?
Oh, I am at according to _ Brittany.
How do you spell your name, Brittany? Because there's
Oh,
like
yes.
12 different ways
I
to spell it.
know. It's the TTANY, the right way.
The right way. For all the good mom advice.
Yeah.
According
Yes.
to Brittany.
I try. Yeah. I'm definitely in the learning of what to be consistent, because I like to dabble a lot of things. Like,
Mhm.
I like being a mom, but I still like my cows. So, and like, I
And you
guess I
share
like to
some
clean.
good cleaning.
Yeah.
Yep.
I try to
You're good
clean.
at cleaning.
And reminding me to wash my wash machine.
Yeah. Tide packets, wash your wash machines once a
And
month.
clean the
your-
filters.
your
filter on your
dishwasher
dishwasher,
What?
and
Yeah.
your washer if it has one.
Yeah.
The speed
Unless you
queens
can't find
don't.
it.
No, speed queen. Yeah, unless someone knows, tell me because I want to find the filter. Yeah, but yeah, I just dabble in. Well, it's not really exciting stuff, but it's everyday stuff that.
Yeah.
Relatable stuff.
Very
Very,
relatable, very entertaining. So if you're not following Brittany, go give her a follow. She's definitely worth it. So
Well, thanks.
get the hell out of here. Tessa,
Okay.
you're in the hot seat. Goodbye.
Well,
Well then. See ya.
Hello, Tessa.
Hello.
Welcome back. You've been on. Oh,
That
whoosh.
Is this a commercial break now?
This could be.
this episode sponsored. not
Kind
sponsored
of.
by Bush Light.
almost sponsored. Working on it. So welcome back.
Hi.
Hi. If you didn't listen to Tessa's episode, she was in season 1. She was probably like our first
One of our
That was
first
a long
one of our
time
first
ago.
guests.
Like
Yeah.
when
2
was
years
that?
ago.
Jeez Louise.
I know. So Tessa, give the people a quick little introduction if they didn't listen to your first interview. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, my name's Tessa. My husband and I manage a small show cow dairy farm in Fithian, Illinois. We're right between Champaign and Danville. We make cheese from our milk. We sell raw milk. And I'm also an emergency room nurse,
How the heck do you do it?
every day at a time.
Caffeine.
That's it. It's a lot of
Just
caffeine.
running on caffeine and Bush
Yeah,
Light.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how is your schedule? Like what does your typical week look like for you?
It depends on how much I want to ruin my life and pick up extra shifts. But my shift is 7 a to 7 p. So I get up around 4:45, go to the farm with Devin. I have to leave at 6:35 exactly to walk in the door at 6:58. So hopefully everything goes well. And if it's not, Devin has to clean up the mess. If the cows get out, sorry, sometimes it happens. But other than that, then I'm home. He milks and finishes chores the days that I'm working. But if I don't have to work at the hospital, I'm there.
I'm exhausted just listening to that. You are just a superhero. So
Good stories.
yeah,
We won't talk about them.
I
But
think we should. That should be a whole nother episode.
we'll save that for part 2 where we just kind of chit chat. But
Yeah. You should be in our group chat.
Okay.
maybe that's what next episode will be, just reading
Chat
through our
can have
group
its own
chat.
podcast.
Yeah. So let's kind of circle back to the creamery. What just talk about it. How's
Okay.
that for
We make cheese. So my husband Devin and I just manage it for the Ludwig family. Our owner's son, it was his dream to always make cheese from his dad's show cows. They turned an old hay barn into the creamery. And the day the day before he was supposed to start making cheese, he was killed in a car accident. So if you see anything, the Jake's line, that's all memory of him. But we just make really small batches. Right now, we're not making any right now. It's kind of our slow season. So we start picking back up around like March, April, because we calve around like the show season as well. So we'll start again pretty soon.
So how many different types of cheeses do you have right now?
Right now, we have about 8. We'll start again with mozzarella and curds in the summer because those we want to be as fresh as possible. But other than that, we go up to like 4 different kinds of curds and mozzarella.
What is your personal favorite cheese?
I really like our Jake Special Herb or our Sangaman.
Like, yeah.
Our Gouda was a favorite this
Mhm.
weekend.
Yep. You made us a charcuterie board and you had like 4 different.
For Gouda, Kickapoo, Special Herb,
Cheddar.
Yeah.
White cheddar.
I like the Gouda.
The Gouda.
Gouda was
The
good.
Gouda was good.
It is a good one.
It is
good.
Gouda.
Oh, geez. Sorry. Gouda.
Oh, cheese. So when did you start working at the creamery? How long have you been there?
I've been there. I used to work there under these two people, Mandy and Eddie. They're great. They're now at a different farm in Wisconsin. So I was there for 2 years. There was 2 managers in between, and then my husband and I, Devin, took over in October of 2018.
Okay. So you've been on social media for a little while.
Yeah, I really started trying to do more like 3 years ago, while I was in nursing school, which didn't really work out.
Were you,
but
like,
I-
busy or something?
No,
Yeah, do you have a
I
little bit going
try. I
on?
mean, there's days where like I try and keep my stories going every day. I always try to do something, but there's days where I just, it's too much. And in the winter when it's so gross outside, I don't want to post a picture from the summer and be like, look at my farm, it's sunny, when everyone's like, no, it's not. So
It's sad and
I
depressing.
don't know. It's hard to do both, but I'm chugging away. I'm trying.
Do you have a plan on how long you want to stay in nursing?
I love it. I like emergency medicine a lot. You never know what you're gonna see. Every day is an adventure, that's for sure. But I'll try to do both as long as I can.
Plus the benefits.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, no, they're pretty good. It's nice. It's nice to have, we were talking about this earlier, like outside income besides a dairy farm, because
Mhm.
that can be hard.
Yeah.
And I have the ability to also like pick up extra shifts if I want to, which is a lot of, you can't just really do that farming.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
That chair looks broken.
Awkward.
What's
Sure.
broken?
That chair.
What?
Oh my God.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Broken. I thought you said rocking. I was like, stop
So
it. I'm
yeah,
about
last
to
night we were
sleep.
talking ghost stories and Annalise
Was not happy.
was
Don't do
not
well.
happy.
No.
She needed to watch like cartoons before she went to bed
We
or
needed the
something.
Paw Patrol. We needed
Paw
a Pixar
Patrol.
movie before bed.
So Tessa, where can people find you? Where can they find your cheese?
You can buy our cheese online. We ship anywhere. We've even shipped to Alaska. www.ludwigfarmsteadcreamery.com, and my Instagram is ludwigfarms_Tessa, or we have a Facebook, Ludwig Farmstead Creamery.
I'm 100% ordering that Gouda. Like,
Yeah, that Gouda
Right?
is.
There's more in the fridge. I brought a lot. You can
well,
just
I'll
take some.
order.
Okay, cool. Thanks. That works.
And if you want to hear more of Tessa's story, we did have an episode with her, I think in season one of our first episodes. So if you're interested in listening to that, go download that.
Thanks.
But
Don't
thanks.
judge us for the quality of
That was a long time
It
It was a
ago.
long
Yeah,
time
it's-
ago.
we're
We're
just
still pretty
newbies.
new at everything. Not that we're any better like now.
Yeah.
Are we kidding? Yeah, I think that's gonna be where we wrap this one up for
Yeah.
now. And stay tuned for maybe a part 2 if we can stay awake long enough. We might need a drink break and come back in a few minutes. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.